It's Maggie. How you doing today? I was coming to share with you foundations. Now, I wanted to tell you I have a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different foundations to share with you about. Now, I think in no special order, I'm going to start with one of my daily favorites. I think that's the best, which is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. Now, when I start to explain this, I gotta remind you, my skin is dry to normal, and I have rosacea on my cheeks, which means it turns really, really red, and I have to be able to cover it with my foundation. So these are the ones that kind of work for me or don't work for me. I'll share with that as I go along. But this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and this is my daily foundation. And this is an N3 natural buff. Okay, and the consistency of this is really nice. It's very light and it covers, which is good. Now, not a heavy coverage, but a normal coverage that you could actually tolerate on a daily basis on your face, and you don't feel like you're wearing a bunch of makeup on. So I have to say that this is my daily makeup, and it does have sunscreen in it, SPF 20. Purchased at the drugstore. I purchased this at CVS. Okay, and I'll give prices down at the bottom, but reasonable. I've had it for at least 2 months, and I don't think I've gone through. I think I'm probably about right here or something. So that's a good price for 2 months on it. The next one I want to talk about is the Revlon Color Stay Whip, and I got it in I was going to say I got it in whip. I got it in nude, okay, and nude 220. Now, this is a really good foundation, also drugstore. Now, the only problem is it has the little tubey thing, and you can see I haven't used too much, but I've been using it off of this thing because it's just a lot. I don't want to get my finger stuck in the thing. I think that's the only thing I don't like about this, is that you're sticking your finger in there, and if you put your brush in there, you dip it, and it's too much for your brush. But it's supposed to stay 24 hours. I don't know about 24 hours. I've never needed my makeup to stay on 24 hours, but the coverage is really good. Also, it's covered my face, and it didn't leave me greasy or dry or anything like that. This is a really nice, it feels good on. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a goop of makeup. Also drugstore, so priced reasonably. The only reason I don't reach for that one as much is because I have to put my finger in it, or I kind of have to play with it with the brush and make sure I don't put too much on. Alright, and the next one I have is another Revlon, and this is Nearly Naked, also another drugstore, and this was in nude 150. And by the way, if you guys see the similarities with all my my foundations, I like pale foundations because I feel like if it's too pale, you could pound on some more blush or bronzer, or you can fix it as opposed to getting it too dark. Then you're kind of like, well, you know. So I try to get pale colors. So just FYI. This is a glass bottle, and the consistency is like this. I just really haven't reached for it. I thought it was a little bit hard. I think it took a while for me to let it dry, but it's a really good color match. I know you can't tell because of my hand, but it's a real good color match. Good pricing. I think that I prefer this pump type deal. When I have to pour or dip or anything like that, I think it's uncomfortable for me. This is another good one. Good coverage, everything else. It could be a daily wear makeup. I just, honestly, because it doesn't have a pump. How spoiled is that, huh? Because it doesn't have a pump, I'm not going to use it. I will use it. I don't believe in wasting makeup, and I don't believe in not rotating my makeup around. So on a regular basis, I wear this, but doesn't mean that Monday morning I won't wake up and just pour this on me. You know, it just depends, I think, sometimes on how much time I have too. Okay, next one I have is a Salma Hayek one, and look, you could tell I bought it at CVS. Okay, because I hate when they put those big stickers on it. It just makes it so ugly, because it actually has a story back here, and if I unpeel it, half of it stays on there. It's a mess. Anyway, another pump. This is another drugstore. I appreciate the pump. Now, this is beautiful. This is flawless finish. Now, I've experimented a little bit with the Salma Hayek line. Two things. One, I have to say that her products work best when you wear all of her products, such as if I wear the concealer, the bronzer, the blush, the finishing powder, the foundation, the powder. I think that her makeup works. It's phenomenal. I think it works really, really well when you wear it all together. Now, by itself, it's nice, but it's very light, which means it doesn't really cover my bright pink cheeks, and that worries me. On a day when I'm having what I call a good day, which means my rosacea didn't flare up crazy or something, I could wear this by itself. It's light, it smells good, and you know what, honestly, her product has a lot of good stuff in it, like a lot of vitamin, natural, earthy stuff. So I gotta tell you, her line, her hair stuff, you guys really gotta try it. They only have it at CVS though. That's probably the only downfall on that. But if you guys see, another light color too, right? If you guys see when you go on now, can you build this up? Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the amount of foundation that I wear, like the amount I'm putting on is probably the amount I would have put on my whole face. But just kind of want to show you. Very soft, very good feeling. You don't feel like you're wearing makeup. You don't feel cakey, which are all pluses to me. I don't know who wants to feel cakey, but some people feel like if they feel cakey, they know they have their makeup on. But anyway, very, very nice, and very light coverage. So you're not somebody that you don't want to feel like you're wearing a bunch of makeup. This would be great for you. If you don't have problems in your skin and you're just like, yeah, you just want to brighten up my face, beautiful. Okay, and now I do use it. Look, it's up to here, and this is in light to medium color, cool, 275. Now I don't know why I got cool, but it's cool. All right, ha, that was funny. All right, and another drugstore. Last one of them, Rimmel Match Perfection. Now I gotta say, this is a new 202. Probably not the best match for me. I think it was a little lighter than I should have gone, but again, one of these roller things. Now the only problem with this is, and I'll show you before I even open it, is it's very liquidy, very, very liquidy. It's a very light coverage, almost to the point where, well, I keep putting foundation on top of foundation. My hand has to be covered really well. It's almost to the point, if I don't know, I can explain to you guys. Runny. It's really coverage. I didn't think it covered as well. In a pinch, I would grab this if I was like completely out of everything, which that would be really hard for me to be completely out of everything. But in a pinch, I would grab this. I gotta say, this is probably, I got it on sale, I think, for $2. So on a price scale, wow. Does it work? Yeah. But again, for somebody with no problems on their skin, I thought it made it look like you had makeup on, if you guys understand that. But, you know, when you grab makeup, I don't think anybody ever wants to go, it's like, oh, I want to make sure everybody knows I have makeup. You kind of want to feel like, oh, look at her beautiful face. She doesn't even wear makeup. It's so beautiful. That's kind of like, this is the foundation for you. This will make you look like you have makeup. And I kind of felt like, you know, it kind of seeped into my like pores and like little cracks and little laugh lines and everything that you don't want. So if you're really, really, you know, probably if I was a teeny bopper, who says that? Maybe if I was in high school and I had absolutely flawless skin and I just kind of wanted to go with the flow of wearing makeup, this would be good, because you probably don't have a lot of makeup when you're in, a lot of makeup or money when you're in high school, and this is probably a really good way to go. But I'm not in high school, so that one's kind of like a in case of emergency. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Stilla. Okay, guys, Stilla stay all day. This is in Buff 7. A little bit darker than I like to go, but I have to tell you, and that's what I'm wearing today. Sorry, there's a mirror over here. I have to tell you, this one I'm wearing today, and I seem to love it. Now, I only wear this one on weekends or special occasion. I don't wear it on a daily because it is pricey, and like I said, I'll list prices below, but it is pricey, and I don't think that if this one is doing what it needs to do, I don't think it should list. But anytime you wear this, people go, wow, you have a beautiful, beautiful complexion. You have to, you know, you gotta tell me what you wear. Are you wearing makeup? I get all of those things when I'm wearing this. Oh my gosh, look at that makeup, you know. I have to say there was a little mirror here, and then there was like a little cover up so you could like conceal. And the bottle's only about this big. This is, I think, around 40 bucks. I'll tell you the real price down below. The only downfall also, it's a scooper. You scoop it, and I've had this for a little bit, and I've been okay with the scooping, but same thing, I prefer a pump. Pump is always good. This is phenomenal, phenomenal. Price wise is a little bit higher. The last one I have is the Kat Von D, and I got this a few weeks ago. I have to tell you, phenomenal foundation, but not for me. And the reason I say this is it felt dry. This would be great for somebody with oily skin. This would be great for somebody who doesn't, or combination skin. Dry skin, I felt like I had to pile on the primer underneath to be able to get this. And 1 and 2, I think I got the wrong shade for me, so it's a little bit lighter. But you can feel it right away. It's very, doesn't feel thick on, but it's very thick foundation. So you only need like a couple drops, and once you put on the couple drops, you can tell how different that color is. It's really, really light. But once you put on the couple drops, that's all you need, and you can pretty much hide anything that you ever wanted to conceal. Beauty marks, ugly marks, pretty marks, anything you want, this will cover it. It's kind of like Lock-It Tattoo foundation, because it will cover everything. And just not for me, but a great foundation for somebody with oily skin. If you have oily skin, I do recommend this. This is a little bit pricier, but very, very nice, and it felt very nice. And you don't even have to, I love to complete my look with putting powder on top, but I really shouldn't because I have dry skin. It's just out of habit. But you really don't even need to put powder to set it. But the rest of these, I put powder because I feel like putting powder, because I like powder, because I feel like powder finishes up my look. But that's a no-no for people with dry skin. Anyway, I hope some of this was helpful, and I hope that you go out and seek out my favorite. No, just kidding. I hope that you guys go out there and make your own taste test. That doesn't sound right. Your own test on your foundations and see what you like. These are some of my favorites that are hanging out in my or not so favorites, but that are hanging up in my cabinet, and I just wanted to share that with you. So have a good day. Make a peace.